Hello everyone, this is Langrisser I, Chapter 1. It is the introduction to the story, and I recorded it to show you a bit of gameplay, but also the difference between classic and modern mode. You can see here the settings and what choices you can make, and obviously on the left is classic, and on the right of the split screen is the modern mode. As is common in many strategy and tactics RPGs, you can make some fundamental choices at the beginning by answering questions, and that then influences your starting stats and general stance for the game to come. And we're nearly done. And we're starting Chapter 1 now, playing it in classic mode. You've got the two commanders, Ledin and Volkov, and you can inspect their stats. Ledin is only starting out, whereas Volkov is already a high-level swordsmaster, as you can see. Now Volkov has a few nice skills. But he starts the game without any equipment. So you need to do that. The first time I played this chapter, I was caught out. I didn't realise that he went into battle without any equipment. It's not the end of the world. He's very high-leveled and strong, but I prefer sending my generals out with some equipment. So we're ready to deploy and to start the first scenario. First task is to recruit our troops, and that's pretty straightforward. You haven't got much choice. For Volkov, you go with the mounted troops. They are more effective.
イルザック王、城が包囲されております。
レディンよ、お前はサルラスへ逃げろ。あそこには我が友ホーキングがいる。
父上、何を言われるのです。
案ずるな。これしきで落ちはせぬ。もしもの敵が動き出しました。
These old classic games are very effective at very quickly getting you into the story and what the scenario is about. So this chapter 1 is a bit unusual in that the main task is to stay safe and to make your way up to Nam without getting killed, obviously. However, it is advisable to use any opportunity you get to level up your hero a bit, because he's sort of underpowered at this stage. He needs it for survival later on. There's a bit of sparkle there, which means a bit of treasure. So I'm sending off one of my soldiers just to grab it. Now Volkov, he's got all the riders. I'm basically placing them on the side of the bridge to try and stall the enemy getting into the castle, because obviously time is of the essence, to give Ledin enough time to make his escape and to hopefully quash some of the enemy troops. As you can see, strategy games are quite slow by their nature, because you want to place your troops very carefully. I don't know whether you've ever played a strategy game. I'm actually not that experienced. I haven't played many. These are the allied troops. There's a guy with some mermaids, and we have monks and sorceresses.
早くこちらへ。
俺の名はテイラー。ここは
So the allies will act by themselves in that phase. You basically sit there and wait. That's why I've chosen not to show the battle animations, because it makes it a lot quicker. I will show you the animations in a moment because they're very nice, but you don't want to have them on all the time. It just slows it up. So now we have the player phase, and yeah, it's the one opportunity really against some fairly weak enemies to get an attack in. So I'll now show you very quickly what it looks like with the effects on. I think you'll agree, they look very nice. Well, we're back to classic mode, and I'm just trying to knock out their officer, because that gives me a level up, which is great. And it means by defeating the officer, all the troops are gone as well. It's a wonderfully effective way of clearing a whole heap of trouble out of the way. I'm moving that injured soldier over there because the king has a healing ability. So we're now into a bit of a protracted phase. And as you can see, I'm speeding it up because, there's a lot to get through. Just, as you can see, I'm always checking because there's so many troops around. You want to make sure you haven't forgotten to do something. And the king is healing, as you can see, and that's pretty useful as long as you can get your troop member into that little sanctuary. As you can see, those enemies are pretty powerful, which is one reason why I've kept my hero Ledin out of the way. Last thing I want is near the end of the scenario him keeling over dead. He's done a bit of levelling up, and I think that's fine, so my strategy is to get him safely to his point of meeting with Nam. I'm just doing a bit of another magic buffing. Any opportunity really, because it just gives you more XP and another level up. Volkov is a bit low on HP now. I can't risk him being exposed to the enemy. I'll pop him up there because the monks tend to heal. You don't know exactly when, but they do eventually. Right, we're now coming into the final phase of this battle. And he's proving a very strong adversary. I fear I won't be able to knock him out completely. It's a shame. But I would have to hang around an awful lot. I haven't got enough troops left. It would be quite dicey. I don't think it's necessary for the introductory scenario to do that. Yes, it's time to finish this. I might just get one hit in, but Zelda's just too powerful at this stage. So I'm taking my revenge on one of these enemy sorcerers. And then I'll get Ledin to meet up with Nam. And the scenario's cleared. So that was a really, really quick introduction to the beginning of a strategy game.
私もサルラスで援軍を集め必ず戻ってくる。
まだまだ若い者には負けませんぞ。
This is, of course, very nice. That you can early on have a look if you have enough CP, whatever points they are. You can upgrade, and I'm choosing the Silver Knight. So he's got a new class. I rather fancy that one. No new items acquired. But I think there might be a new skill. Yes, a Rookie Sky Knight. And Knight Order. So that's all very nice. So I think we're well set up for chapter 2. You can save and go back to the title screen, which is what we're doing. I hope you enjoyed that little introduction to Langrisser, a classic strategy game. Thank you very much for watching. That was Langrisser I, Chapter 1.